Hello, everyone, and welcome to Public Allies. I'm so happy to meet you all again this evening. I am AYESHA Sardar, and I'm your host for today's webinar. Today, we are having a very interesting story about a woman who came from darkness into light. That's the name of the book that she wrote. A little bit about her. Rosie Kaur, that's her name. Rosie Kaur is a single mom of 6 kids and the founder and CEO of Radiate Healing. Within Coaching Academy, it's an integrated program for those pursuing to change their life and take action to elevate and manifest their goals. Today, Rosie Kaur is a life transformation coach to those who are ready to free themselves from the grasp of our limited minds and not only live their best life, but achieve great things along the way. Rosie climbed her way out of the darkness into light and is now living the life she deserves. And now she helps clients worldwide do the same for themselves. In Punjab, soch means to think or a thought. Rosie believes that the way of combating the stigma towards mental health is to change the way our community, society, and culture thinks about mental health, and she is on a mission to do just that. She donates a portion of all her profits from the sales of her books to charity. This is the wonderful person and a beautiful soul. Welcome, Rosie.
Thank you. And I'm grateful to be here. Thank you, Aisha.
It's so wonderful to have you. And, Public Allies also helps with mental health. We believe that, mental health is something that we have to often talk about because all of us live through it. All of us have it at one point or the other in our lives. We go through the stress, depression, anxiety that we talk about, but we don't realize it is related, like, it's mental health. We just shrug it off and move on with our lives. So
Yes.
isn't it important? I can hear your dogs.
Sorry. I'm like trying that he be quiet, but
Oh, I thought there were two. I'm so sorry.
there are two, but that's one actually. He's complaining. He said, I think he wants to go out. Just give me
Oh,
1 second if you don't.
absolutely. Well, all of us are waiting for Rosie.
Sorry, in here. It's okay. Go ahead. My son's here.
Okay,
He'll kick him out.
no problem. Thank you so much, Rosie, again for being here. We would like to know a little bit about your early life. Like, how was childhood? Where did you spend it? Were you born and brought up in Canada, or did you immigrate from somewhere else?
I'm actually born in Canada and I was 3 weeks old because mom had to go back to work. And that time back in 1980s, maternity leave wasn't so long. Like now we get a year. Back then, I think they had like 4 weeks or something. So mom had to send me back with my paternal grandmother, and I stayed in India for four years. And my aunt brought me up until the age of 4. Then my mom came and brought me back to Canada again. So after that, I was raised in Canada, and I got married at the age of 16. It was an arranged marriage. Yeah, we went
It was
back.
a child marriage.
It was an arranged marriage and from India, actually. My husband was from India. And we were visiting because somebody was going to get, my other cousin was going to get married, and we visited India for that reason. And this person they were after us, that they wanted either my sister or me married in their family. So what happened was they didn't agree for my sister, but then they agreed for me. And then we got married within a week. I didn't know this man. Our marriage was within 5 days exactly. I think like the Wednesday we went shopping, Sunday was our wedding, and that was it. So I didn't know his name. I didn't know how old he was. I met him briefly, and I didn't even bother looking at him because back in those days, arranged marriages were different. I didn't talk to him, nothing at all.
Mm-hmm.
So we got married, and I should say abuse started within 2 weeks. And even when I got married, my parents said, because back in those days, it was like, you can't say anything. You can't speak up with your in-laws, like, no arguing, no nothing. Whatever they say, you have to do it.
Yeah.
So when abuse started within 2 weeks into the marriage, I didn't tell anybody. I didn't tell my parents. From 1998 to 2014, they didn't know what the heck was going on at all. It still
And that's
continued.
like how many years? 16?
almost, yeah.
Oh, wow.
So I kept my mouth shut. I kept taking it and all that, but it was like I was isolated. I wasn't allowed to talk to my parents after I got married. So I wasn't allowed to attend any parties with my family. And I have 6 children with my husband. But then he kept walking off on me as well. So those were things that happened. I still loved him and I still do, right? I kept taking him back whenever he would walk off on me. But as of 2012, it got worse where he wouldn't even help out with supporting the children. So I basically dealt with physical abuse, mental abuse, emotional abuse, financial abuse. So basically, I was dealing with everything in the house, right? And
Yeah.
then the children, dropping them off, picking them up. I was working, I worked as a transit operator, a bus driver for York Region, Viva.
Mm-hmm.
And I literally slept 2 hours because I had the role to play as a mom, as a wife, and then, cook in the house and do everything besides working and bringing money in as well. So it was a tough ride then. And then I used to always think, what am I working for? You know, I'm not saving anything for myself. And I used to be depressed. Like I was on depressants, antidepressants since 21 years. So I think I was about 17, 18 when I started them. Because even as childhood, I was abused. I was younger than my sister. My sister got everything, and I never used to get anything, basically, like toys and stuff. But it was the separation from mom and dad. And then my sister grew up with them. So it was a little different. She was older than me. So all of that, I think for myself, depression like not depression, I should say, but all those stuff starts when you are small. And as you're growing older, you keep thinking you're not worth it. Right. So as a child, I thought that like I wanted to die even as a child. Like, what am I doing here? No one loves me. And I got married and I thought this was everything. And like my husband's going to love me.
Yeah.
That wasn't it. Right. I was told I was ugly. He would beat me or, whatever. Like if he's drinking alcohol, he would throw it on me. But yeah, so that was tough. I still loved him. And I was told I was ugly always. I'm not worth it. So that's the belief I started believing in, that I'm very
So,
ugly.
so you are ugly? I don't know. I don't know what that means. I
Aisha,
really don't know what
I
that means.
started believing into it that I was ugly because it's like, when someone's depressed and someone starts telling you that,
Mm-hmm.
anything, it could be, right? They
Mm-hmm.
start saying it to you over and over and over. You start conditioning yourself.
So
And
you
that
not
belief,
only went through physical abuse, you went through mental abuse, and you were not happy. You were not making money. You were sleeping only 2 hours. So, what? Why did you wait for 21 years?
I didn't know that there was hope out there at all.
So you had friends and family. What did they do?
I didn't have friends. After I got
Oh.
married, I actually cut myself out from everybody, all of my friends from high school, nobody I was seeing. If I saw any of them in a mall or anything, I would hide myself because I would think they're so well off, they're happy. Most of them got married at 30, but
Mm-hmm.
here I got married earlier.
Mm-hmm.
So, yeah, and then I had nobody until my husband left me in 2018 and I started dying basically. Then I was like totally gone. Like, how am I going to do it? And yet he wasn't doing anything. But I spoke to a couple of people and they were like, oh, it's like you're having a trophy image. That's it. Like, when no one's helping you. I had the CAS coming in as well a couple of times, which is children's aid. And she would
Yeah.
say, you're insane. You know what insanity is, right? Like my full name is Rishvinder, right? That's what it seems like you have. Like, why are you? But that was it, right? So, yeah, I dealt with a lot, but then I was in such deep depression, anxiety. Anxiety then turned into
I'm
panic.
just going to stop you there to ask one more question because,
Sure.
I cannot. This is what I keep talking to more and more women, and this is what I come across. Like, you were working, you were financially independent, right? And you were taking care of everyone at your house, the kids, the husband, everyone. and yet you thought you couldn't do it alone.
Absolutely. That's right. And when I came
And
over,
why, Rosie? Why did you think that? Were
I
you
don't know.
emotionally not there? Did you want somebody's support? That's what you thought.
See, there was no support, but it was just that he was coming home and it was just like physical person being there, right? Nothing else.
Yeah.
But that was it. But then I didn't see the real thing until I actually did the work on myself, like the course on myself.
Mm-hmm.
That's when I actually realized that I've been doing all of this on myself since 2012. Like, what the heck am I doing? I didn't see it. And that was my real awakening.
Yeah.
Awakening for that as getting out of and healing myself where I was falling. I couldn't get out of bed. I was clinging to my bed. It was a big thing just to get up and wash my face or drop off the kids to school. That was it. It's from
Yeah.
2018, I think, to 2020.
And
So,
in your book, you've also said that you had suicidal thoughts, or you.
yes,
So, where did those stem from?
they used to be there as when my husband didn't accept me always, right? Or as a child when my parents didn't accept me. But it got worse after he left me. I became so panicky. He left a car repair garage,
Mm-hmm.
which I had to run, and there was not enough income flow because he was the main person owning it. One. Then two was, running the house at the same time as the car repair garage because I had to give at least I needed 4,000 for the lease of the car repair garage plus the bills. Everything was on top. It was extra. So
Yeah.
total amount $19,000-$20,000 each month just for the business. Then I had the house. The house I needed at least $6,000-$7,000 for it to run.
Mm-hmm.
And it was so much that when that happened, then he left. Then my son got into an accident. The car was on my name. He wasn't on the insurance. So I had so much going on. It was like every month, same day, continuously for 5 months, this happened. And I didn't think I was so negative. I thought I was positive. I was just sad. But
Mm-hmm.
I'm a very positive person, like everyone would think, that I'm doing everything. Most women think that way. Yeah, I do everything. I maintain the house. I'm doing everything, but no one cares, right? But yet the negativity was my depression, leading to things happening each month.
Mm-hmm.
So then what happened was he left, my son got into an accident. I had several injuries. I couldn't get up for almost 6 weeks. After that, CRA basically started sending letters in because my husband didn't do his taxes from 2013 to 2017.
Wow.
And they nailed me almost for $150,000. And it was letters coming on his name, but they wanted the money, else they would have put the lien on the house because his name was on it.
Oh.
So I kept calling him. Nobody wanted to talk to me. He left to India, basically. He just left the country totally. So I tried to called my in-laws, and then I was just left with paying for my line of credit. Right.
Oh.
So I paid from
He
that.
he left such a huge debt on you, and he just vanished.
Yep. And he didn't even know. He says
He
he didn't know now that
Oh,
he started
he
talking
hasn't paid
to me
the
now.
taxes, right?
Yeah, he
Who
didn't do the
knows?
taxes, but he told the accountant to do them. He says the accountant didn't. I said, okay, well, I don't know what happened. But then this was now recently when I spoke to him because he didn't talk to me for that 4-year period now.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so that was killing me. And then December came in of 2019, I think it was. And then I started going to see lawyers to put the business on my name or to trying to get rid of it, or how to get rid of that car repair garage. What can I do?
Mm-hmm.
Lawyers started saying, no, we can't do anything. We're sorry. We can't put the lease on your name. I remember being turned back last time with that lawyer, came back with a headache. My stomach started hurting and churning. And by the time I came home, I started throwing up. From December 13th to January, I could not eat anything. End of January, nothing I ate. I went from a cup of tea twice a day to just a half a bowl of soup. That too, I had to force myself. I've written that in my book as well.
So that was stress.
Stress. That was stress and panic, right?
Yeah.
Then January came along and I used to feel so cold. I used to put 3 extra heaters in my room
Mm-hmm.
and I couldn't get up. It was just like I was so chilly because I was so weak. I couldn't hold my phone in my hand. I used to stay stuck in my room. That's how bad it got. And the pain was brutal. I would just twist my hands like this and my ankles that if I tried to sit up, I was in so much pain. It was all stress.
Yeah.
And then going to
For
doctors.
somebody to take care of all the debt and then the emotional trauma as well, and you're taking care of the kids. So, how did the kids react to all this?
My kids were really upset, especially my third child, the oldest to third. He's 19 now. He wouldn't go to school. He would want to be at home. And even when he did go to school, I had the social workers reaching out, the principals reaching out, and I had to go in for meetings as well because they would say, he's not focusing. He's saying, my mom is sick. She has diabetes.
Mm-hmm.
And he wouldn't focus at all. Even at home, he would say, oh, you look so old, mom. Look at the way you're sitting, because I had started losing a lot of weight. In 3 months, that time I lost about 48 pounds. And it was really significant, like so fast.
Yeah.
I was really worried when I used to go see, because I thought I would kill one of my children or myself. That's how bad my panic had gotten. And I had to reach out to the doctor, but I was so scared. But I had to pull myself together and say, this is the time I have to go see the doctor.
Yes.
Instead of something worse happening or me trying to cause any harm to my child, I had to go, because it was like I didn't abuse my children, but it was like whatever came in my hand, I would just go like this, whether it was the counters or anything. It was just so bad, my panic.
Yeah.
And I was scared that they're going to send me to mental asylum, or the children's aid is going to take my children away. So I had to talk to the doctor, and I told him, I said, I'm really scared, but I need to talk to you. And he's like, okay, so what is it? I said, but can you please tell me that, I was worried that you won't contact anybody. He said, okay, so what's going on? I said, this is what's happening. I'm just scared that I might harm someone.
There's no shame in asking for help, right?
Yes, there isn't. But, that's what after I've done the program and reached out, I feel that if there are a lot of women, I know I was one of them, we don't speak up.
Yes.
And we need to, because, guys, there is help out. And I think, Aisha, that's so important for everybody to know. There is healing, because we just go to our doctor. The doctor gives us medication, and the medication suppresses our feelings.
Yeah.
I was on diabetic meds since 2015 as well. And then my diabetes got out of the roof. I was on insulin 6 times a day, 250 units almost each time. It was so bad. They used to keep me at diabetes complex care for 4 hours. Give me insulin and my sugar would go up. Keep me another hour, give another shot of insulin. Twice they would try it, and then after 4 hours, they would send me home. Okay, so your sugars are not coming down. Sorry, come back again. So that was an ongoing thing, and I got so fed up with that. At Diabetes Complex Care, they also had me seeing a social worker. And now that I think back, that I was seeing counselors and social workers, nothing was helping, because I felt like they're doing their job. That's a job they're doing, right? They have a clipboard. They're going through their questions and they're marking down everything. I literally would be in tears and crying, and it was it. Your session's done. You can go now.
Do you see what the issue was now? Because you're out of it, you're standing as a third person and looking at yourself, and you went through all that. Mental health causes physical health, and physical health causes mental health. People fail to understand that. You were going through emotional issues, emotional trauma, and that led to all your physical stress as well. But tell
Physical,
me, yeah,
internal body problems, not mental, but internal body problems.
absolutely, right?
It's not, we always focus on what we're eating, how we're keeping the body. Are we exercising enough? Are we eating enough? Are we having our vitamins daily? But are we actually focusing on our mental health? And
Absolutely.
that's what I learned now, that mental health, I think, is way 100 times more important than your physical. Yes, physical health is important, but your
Both are
mental
equally
health,
important, Rosie. Both are equally important. Like you take
equally.
vitamins for your body, you need that relaxation for your mind as well.
Yes.
Right? Now tell me something. You had so many issues, right? You went through you were taking care of the house, you were taking care of the debt, the kids, your health, so many of them. How did you get out of that?
While I did a program, I actually saw somebody from my high school. I didn't even know she was on my Facebook still or
Mm-hmm.
Instagram because I have it since 2009. But we never actually reached out to each other. And she did a video that she had saved someone from suicide that day. And she just posted a video. And because I was so sick and tired of seeing, counselors or seeing going for therapy, I gave up on myself at that time. I was like, forget it. I don't want to do this anymore. And this was when I don't know if you remember in Brampton, there was a huge accident with three daughters, and the mother was a teacher. She died.
Yes. Yeah. Yeah.
After that, I totally lost my mind at that point. Totally. Like, I mean, it was just gone.
Mm-hmm.
And I remember people telling my parents, my sister even said it, so and so is calling, they're really worried about you. My mom would say that everybody was like, save her, something's going to happen to her. But that was where my turning point happened.
Mm-hmm.
God saved me. I saw Ranja's video, and it was like I felt that I was in a deep ocean of water, and she was the one who pulled my hand out. I put a picture there in my book too, with just my hand, like a hand sticking out, and there's like darkness of water.
Mm-hmm.
And see, they say God works through people, right? God can't come himself.
Absolutely.
So that was my God. She came and she saved me.
Yeah. Like, that was your rock bottom, right? Where could you
Rock
go?
bottom.
You had to come up. You had to rise up,
I
right?
had a choice, right? Either I was gone or I would stick around because of my children. And my hope was to be here for my kids.
And all these people who were worried about you, right?
Yeah.
What did they do?
Everybody's like so happy,
No,
that I
like, they were all worried, but how did they help you? Did they come forward to help you?
no,
Were
no,
they there for you?
no, nobody came forward except for I have a family friend who was helping me. He was telling me to pray. I had my cousin brother, who's Ace, who I've dedicated the book as well to. He was always there saying, say you're in bliss. What does okay mean? Sister, you have to say I'm in bliss. Like in Punjabi, we say Chardi Kala. And I
Hmm.
said, I can't say it. I'm sorry, I can't say it. But now that's the answer that comes out. Every time I'm dealing with anybody Punjabi, that's what I say. Like
That,
it
that
wasn't
is so
there and I couldn't bring it out.
it's so inspiring. It's so inspiring.
Yeah.
So I know that you not only went through that healing program, but you actually took it so you can help others. You want to tell us a little bit how you're helping others now?
So when I took it, I wasn't thinking of helping others, but in my head, I will just tell you briefly, since 2000, I wanted to work with people like women who were victims of domestic violence. That was always in my heart. And I don't know if God had made me go through all the steps, made me so strong that I can actually speak up now, where I never used to have confidence of speaking. So I can help these
Yeah,
women
we
now.
always look at others and we feel like we want to help somebody else who is in an abusive relationship, while
Because I was dealing
you
with it.
yourself are facing something similar, right?
Yes.
How could you not see yourself there?
Yeah, but
Because
now
you
I'm,
made up your mind in 2000, right?
yes,
And until 2013, you're still in the abusive
yes.
relationship.
And now I'm here. I'm a voice for many women. I feel like crying while I'm saying this.
You can. I
I
have a
wanna
tissue box here for
help.
you.
You made me laugh. You stopped my crying right there. But yeah, I want to be a voice for the world to help people heal. I want them to know there is healing and they can be off of their depressant pills that they're on. And just because of the stress of the mind, it caused diabetes. And mine were so bad. Everything was like in my physical form because I was so mentally upset. I had a dental procedure done. My chin came up to here. I was in so much pain every night. I couldn't sleep. So, whatever painkillers I used to have, I would take everything just so I could fall asleep. And I was overworking myself, overwhelmed. And when I did this program, I healed. And when I'm off of most of my medications, I have nothing left at my house now. And people ask, and I said, no, I have nothing. Where I used to have, my pantry would be full and my sister would come over, or anybody, oh, do you have so much so-and-so medicine? Yeah, I have it. Come on over. It was like, my sister would laugh. Oh yeah, our pharmacy is at Rosie's house. But so I overcame all of this. And today, yes, I want to help this world heal. I have a purpose, and I figured my purpose on my 40th birthday, January 23rd, 12 a.m., I was literally sitting alone, crying, that in tears of joy, thanking God for giving me this purpose and healing me. And that's when my book got published on the 23rd. They chose the day of my birthday because usually they say it takes 18 weeks when people try to publish a book or write up a book. I did mine's in 2 weeks because I was like just aiming. And then they told me that publisher said, when's your birthday? She was filling out my form, right? I gave her my birthday. Oh, okay, we're going to publish on your birthday. We usually don't publish on a Sunday. This time my birthday came on a Sunday. But she goes, it's okay. We're going to do it for you. And it just was just an awakening, full of light. I was that, that God is going to work through me and make me a person to heal others. And I feel so grateful, and I have so much outpouring love for everyone.
Yeah.
I just wish everyone heals. So I did this program. I have created the similar program on my own. I'm also selling the same program that I did as well. It was so powerful, and here I am. So it's called Healing Within.
Amazing. And I love the title of your book as well.
Thank you. Yes, my darkness. It's the journey from darkness to light.
Yes, it is always. And I'm so proud of you that, you came from there to here. I see you such a confident woman. I don't know where she was hiding for so many years because, you were there. If not, you cannot come out of it, right?
Yeah.
It's just that, like you said again and again, when somebody is telling you the same thing, like, you're not beautiful, you cannot do it, you need somebody to support you, it kind of plays in your mind as well. It plays in your
It becomes
emotions.
your belief.
Yeah, absolutely. But I want to tell all the women out there, this is a wonderful program. And about the counselors and about psychiatrists and therapists, and, each one will find their person. Like, you will find relief somewhere. So go find those people. If one tool doesn't suit you, you can try something else. So here it is. Rosie has the program which helped her. You could be the next one. Go to Rosie, 15 minutes, no prices, no fee charged. She is going to have a consult. She can consult, you can consult her, and then you can go forward from there. Rosie, thank you so much. This was so inspiring. I cannot tell
Thank
you.
you, Aisha. Sorry about my tears. They came out a little bit at the end.
Oh, that's absolutely fine. You're human. That shows you're human. I was like, okay, is she even human? And believe me, you're so beautiful, so confident.
Thank
I
you.
only wish success for you from here on. I hope all your kids are doing well and you're not having any health problems now. And to all the viewers, if you're facing anything slightly close to what Rosie did, maybe this is the program for you. Go find her. You can reach her on radiatehealingwithin.com, or you can reach her on healingwithrosie@gmail.com. If you cannot find her details, you can always contact us at Public Allies and we will put you through to her. Okay. Rosie, thank you so much for spending this time with us. Any
Thank
other
you.
book in the making?
I'm thinking of making one for children. My journal actually just got released as well.
What
So
is
I
it?
released a journal called Manifesting. Wait 1 second. Gratitude, Manifest Through Gratitude, I think it's called. So
Okay.
that's released. It's all available on Amazon.com.
Mm-hmm.
So anybody can buy it there. And then I'm actually thinking of writing a book for children. So from ages about maybe 9 to 14, about their self-image, self-esteem, self-care, because everything starts when they're young. And this will be mostly for children. I'm thinking of giving it to Arno kids and sick kids at Sick Kids Hospital. So that's what I'm thinking of doing for their parents and children. That it's so important. Their self-care, self-love, self-esteem is very, very important.
And that is so amazing. You always give a portion of the sales from your book
Yes.
to charity.
Yes.
So do you have any charity which is close to your heart, or each time it's a different one?
Well, I give it to youth children here on Galway and Queen Street in Brampton, and then to Women's Shelter.
Amazing.
on Main Street, yeah. So
So
that's
you're
what I'm
helping
thinking.
other women.
Yeah. I just have to go drop off some books there too again. So I was thinking of going to drop off some books. Yeah.
Amazing, Rosie. There are so many ways that we can help each other and we can help the society. So
Yes.
you're showing them the way. You're not only helped and healed yourself, you're trying to help the community and heal them as well. So
Yeah.
thank you so much for that.
No, thank you. I'm so grateful that you actually raised this topic.
Yeah.
You brought
No,
me.
thank
Thank
you
you.
so much. And to all the women out there, you're beautiful. You're confident. There's
Yes.
nobody like you because you're unique. Don't
Yes.
let anybody tell you otherwise. And
Absolutely.
with that, we end our conversation with Rosie Kaur today. And we will see you again on Thursday next week. So have a lovely evening and enjoy your summer.
All right. Take care, guys.